When the outbreak of E.coli bacteria was reported in several McDonald's branches across different US states, the stock of this major company, which has about 42,000 locations in over 120 countries, dropped by 6%. Analysts say that if broad strategic actions aren't taken, there is a risk of further decline. This tragic challenge, where a mistake in just a few branches of a huge chain can put the entire system at risk, points to the drawbacks in the franchise model, which we will discuss in more detail in today's video. So let's get started. Imagine you own a business that you've worked hard on for years. You've invested money, run various advertising campaigns, and faced both small and big challenges. Now your brand name has become well known, and many customers choose your brand over your competitors when making a purchase. In this scenario, you have an asset that is worth far more than the total of your financial investments and physical assets. This intangible asset is essentially your brand name. All the effort you've put in over the years comes down to this. A significant number of potential customers recognize your brand and are more likely to choose your product. Now imagine that the service your brand offers is a local one. For instance, you've created a unique and delicious dessert by combining ice cream and fruit, which people come to your shop to buy and enjoy as an after-dinner treat. In this situation, your brand faces a geographical limitation, and your main target audience consists of customers who live within a 1-mile radius of your shop. Even if your brand becomes a trend on social media, and many people come from farther away to visit your shop, a physical challenge arises. With limited space and a limited workforce, your shop can only prepare and serve a certain number of desserts per hour. As a result, long lines form, which can lead to many customers deciding not to buy or not to return. So even in the best case scenario, due to the physical and geographical constraints, you see a cap on profit that cannot be exceeded. In this case, the most logical option for you could be to open new branches in different high traffic areas of the same city and later expand to other cities and eventually to other countries. However, this scenario has a big flaw. To make it happen, you would have to spend most of your time optimizing the location of the new branch, purchasing or renting the shop, and dealing with complicated administrative processes and bureaucracy. On the other hand, hiring new staff, training and managing them, setting up new logistics for your products, create challenges that take up all your time. This would leave you with less time to focus on optimizing your brand and exploring new opportunities. Here, the franchise option could be a much better choice for you. All you need to do is negotiate with individuals who have the capital to open a dessert shop, but are hesitant to take the risk of starting from scratch with an unknown brand. You need to prove to them that by using your brand name, they can significantly reduce their initial risks and challenges and reach profitability much faster. In this case, you save yourself from all the operational complexity of setting up a new branch and only share in the operational profits of the franchise. It's true that your profit will be lower compared to opening a new branch on your own due to the involvement of a partner. But since it requires much less time and energy from you, you'll be able to focus on optimizing your product and marketing. Additionally, as you expand your franchise to other areas, cities, and countries, you can significantly increase your profit margins. Major brands like McDonald's, Burger King, and Subway have been able to expand globally and reach billion-dollar profits precisely because of the franchise system. If these brands had chosen the scenario of opening new branches on their own, they would have less than 100 branches today and a maximum profit of under $10 million. Along with all these advantages, the biggest flaw of this system reveals itself when franchise-based brands grow beyond a certain point. In this situation, it's exactly like the dilution of the brand, which we discussed in detail in the previous video. As the number of franchises grows, it becomes harder for the original founders to control each one. Since each franchise is managed by an individual who may not have the same level of commitment or passion for the brand and might only be focused on maximizing their own profits, the chances of critical errors increase. When you own a small dessert shop, and if one of your customers finds a dead fly in their dessert, you've likely lost that one customers along with all their family and friends forever. However, by improving the accuracy in your supply chain and maintaining strict hygiene protocols, you reduce the likelihood of such issues happening in the future without causing major damage to your business. But when thousands of your branches are operating worldwide and your company's stock is being traded on international stock markets, a dead fly found in one of your branches thousands of miles away can cause severe damage to your brand. Through social media and the efforts of your competitors to harm your brand, it can lead to devastating blows to your reputation and even affect your other franchises. This kind of damage can be irreversible. Such factors are major limiting elements in the business world and prevent company from growing beyond a certain point. For example, it's true that McDonald's has 42,000 branches worldwide, but one could ask, why doesn't it have 200,000 branches globally? With a simple mathematical calculation, one might assume that if McDonald's had 200,000 franchises, its profit margins would be 4 times larger. But the real world is much more complex, with a myriad of factors determining the optimal numbers of branches, which for McDonald's is currently 42,000. This number changes based on various conditions, such as economic factors, and ultimately reaches a point of equilibrium. Just as this food poisoning crisis might force McDonald's to shut down some of its franchises, or slow its growth rate to recover the damage and ensure long-term survival, businesses must balance growth with operational and reputational risks. Thanks for watching my video and see you in the next video.